Hi everyone, Carl Norman from carlnormanconsulting.com. Hopefully that you're well on this beautiful, fine, crisp morning. Wanted to explore the possibilities of your story holding you back in what you would like to achieve. A lot of people think that where they've come from will determine their future and how their future is going to look. And it made me sit up and think a little bit, because I sent a couple of friend requests out this morning to people who are in the same sort of business as me. And one guy got back to me, Michael, and he said to me, everybody's got a story. And I just thought that was fascinating. You know, when just one of those little light bulb moments where you just start to think a little bit more about the whole process and about the storytelling thing. And he gave me a link to his website that obviously he's quite passionate about. I'm not going to go into it into detail, but it was something to do with his child. And I thought, wow, yeah, you're right. Everybody has a story. Now, most of you know that I talk about Max quite a lot. And it got me thinking about what I'm actually going to tell you right now. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on the traffic at the same time. Bear with me. Obviously trying to be extremely safe. As you know, Max underwent the surgery a few years ago, and within a couple of months, which he shouldn't have been, but he was back on the football field, even though that he had one of those crazy rugby helmets on, and he was told that he couldn't really go near the ball and the ball had to stay by his feet. Now, you try telling a 13-year-old kid that he's got to be really, really careful. He didn't think, it didn't register, and this is my point, it didn't register that he'd had life-saving operations and that could affect the rest of his life. But something happens when we get a little bit older, a little bit more mature, is that we start to tell ourselves certain stories. We start to blame our past for maybe where we currently are. And it, like I say, it got me thinking that when obviously I see Max head the ball for the first time, is that my heart was in my mouth. And I was thinking, no, because obviously everything goes through your head of what could happen. He didn't have a clue what could happen when he headed the ball. Not a clue. And I'm actually really glad. But then again, speaking to this Michael guy this morning, and him saying everybody has a story, and thinking, I wonder if a lot of my clients will sit back and think, oh, you know what? Maybe it's because of my upbringing. Maybe it's because I was destined to do what I'm doing right now. Because my family have done it, that means that I'm going to do it. And I thought, maybe we should be telling ourselves a little bit of a different story. Maybe we should be looking at life and thinking, well, okay, what's the possibilities? What can we achieve? What if we said that we could, whatever you were going to do, you weren't going to fail at? There was no failure, but you've got to go for it, and you've got to throw 100% into being the best version of you. I wonder what would happen, because I think a lot of times, and I spoke about this before, I spoke about the emotion of fear, and I think that's really prevalent. It's prevalent in the fact that because we're so fearful, we won't do things. And again, spoke about what other people would think about us, what other people would say. It really doesn't matter. What matters more is the fact is that if we tell ourselves a different story and we look at the future and think, can this be brighter? Can it be better? Can I use my story to move forward instead of using my story to hold me back? Maybe that's another possibility. Again, it's something that I go through with clients to say, okay, tell me a little bit about yourself. And really what I'm saying is, tell me your story. Give me an idea about you. What I tend to do is I tend to pick up little things from people's stories to see if it's those little words, it's those little sentences, it's those little paragraphs that they write down and tell me a little bit more about themselves that are actually holding them back from succeeding in any area of their life that they really want to succeed in. Ask yourself today, if you were to meet somebody and they were to say, okay, tell me a little bit about yourself, what would you start with? You'd probably either say, married, children, job. Yeah? But then you probably wouldn't go into massive detail about your story until you were either on a one-to-one level or it actually become quite personal and you started to open up and talk to that person. Maybe write that down. Maybe write it down and say, okay, this is my story. This is where I currently am right now, but this is where I'd like to be. Is there any indication of my story holding me back or for reaching that next level? Seriously, do it. It's an eye-opener. It really is. It's something that when you do, you go, oh my God, I had limiting beliefs about a certain area in my life. I didn't believe that I could do what I really wanted to do. You'll see it all the time. People from success stories will post and go, listen, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Basically what they're saying is that their story might be so horrific, it might have been so challenging, but for them to get where they currently are right now, it's been brilliant. It's been a massive eye-opener. They didn't think that they could get to that stage. You ask yourself the same question. Ask yourself, is anything that you're telling yourself currently not helping you propel yourself to the next level of your life? You may just be surprised if there's something that you think that's holding you back. And I guarantee it'll be something to do with your self-belief, okay? Something that you've probably either been told that you can't do, you're not good enough to do. And then it's up to you, really, genuinely, it's up to you to say, you know what, bollocks to yous, I'm going to do it. And no matter what, and it doesn't matter what age. I think I remember telling you a story when I was first learning Spanish 10 years ago, and I still, Spanish is crap anyway. And there was a guy in there who was something like 82, 83. And I said, why are you learning Spanish now? And he said, well, it's no time like the present, and I might as well, mightn't I? And I thought, what a great philosophy in life, thinking that, you know what, you never stop learning. This is your opportunity to not stop learning. You can carry on doing whatever it is that you want to do. It may be a challenge, there may be obstacles in the road, but the bottom line is that you're never going to know. You just don't know if you maybe just don't tell yourself a different story. So, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have an awesome Wednesday, and I shall catch you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.